badass boys and badass babes. It is your bad girl of the Black Hills, Virgo the Vixen. And as always, like, subscribe buttons, hit them, smash them, make me happy. All right, I got some good news. This week's video and next week's video are part of, how can I say this, a two-part series. We're going to be talking about crossing over some of my personal favorite characters from the TV series or from the movie series, Star Wars and Star Trek. All right, so we're going to take some characters from, like, say, for example, in this week's video, we're going to go and talk about some of my favorite Star Trek characters, and we're going to put them in the Star Wars universe. All right, because next week we'll do the opposite. We're going to start in the Star Wars universe. I'm going to take a few characters out and put them in the Star Trek universe. So it's going to be kind of an interesting, blend. But first, I have to be full honest and open, transparent. I am a Trekkie, okay? I love Star Trek. I'm not an uber fan, but I am a fan. And I just got to say, cerrito strong. For all you Trekkies out there, you get this. But at the same time, I don't want to throw shade on you Trekkies, but I got to talk to you, all right? I just got to talk to you, all right? I want you to please listen to me. All right, now for the Trekkies out there, the Data, Data, the android, I just want to point something out to you. He's had sex on 2 occasions. That's 2 more occasions than some of you out there. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying date more, okay? With a human being. That's not your mother. It's okay to go on a date with someone of your own species and have a good time. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, let me move on, because some of you got the joke, some of you didn't. Anyways, today I'm going to be talking about the first character from the Star Trek universe. I'm going to put him into the Star Wars universe, and that is going to be the legend himself, Captain James T. Kirk. All right, why did I choose this? Because first of all, Kirk is amazing. He is phenomenal. He's been there since day one, and he's had influence on every spin-off in some way, shape, or form. Plus, I gotta tell you, he's kind of hot. Back in those days, William Shatner, I gotta tell you, I would have done things to him that made him smile. Anyway, so we're gonna take him out. We're gonna beam him up. We're gonna beam him out of Star Trek, and we're gonna beam him into the Star Wars universe. Now, one of 2 things are going to happen here, in my opinion. The first part is he is going to lead the rebel resistance against the Empire, okay? He is going to be a cooler, more efficient version of Han Solo. Yes, I did. You heard me right. The Vixen just dissed Han Solo, so suck it up if you like that guy. Number 1, Princess Leia would be drooling all over him. He'd be having her begging him, okay? He is just that good. And if you do not believe me, watch the old Star Trek TV series with Captain Kirk. That dude was hitting and tapping and quitting, whatever terms you want to call it. If there was a female of the alien species, he was hitting that sweet ass. Let's just keep it real. All right, with his tactical knowledge, his training, and, just basically him with his years of experience, he would be the perfect person. Plus, having Princess Leia at his side, the dude would be an epic leader for the rebel resistance, okay? I don't give a damn about some Death Star. They could have encased that area in 3 feet of concrete. Captain Kirk would have found a way to get in and still blow it up. Now, with that being said, that's the first possibility. The second possibility is if Captain Kirk himself was Force sensitive, which means he has the ability of the Force. This dude would be a Sith Lord. You heard me. I don't care if you like Captain Kirk or not, you little Trekkies. This dude would be a Sith Lord. Why? Because he would be using his power to get laid and get ahead and get paid for it. You don't believe me? Again, I'm going to refer back to the TV series, back in the 60s with Star Trek. Seriously, that dude did not need the Force powers, but giving him Force powers of suggestion, there is no woman safe in the Star Wars universe, he would abuse it. And they would pay him for the privilege. Let's be honest, Captain Kirk has an ego the size of the planet Earth, if not more. All right, so now that I've disrespected Captain Kirk to some of you, we're going to talk about the next person who I think we're going to beam up from the Star Trek universe into the Star Wars universe, and that's his commander, Commander Spock. All right, now, I think Commander Spock would be the head of the Republic. Okay, he would be the head senator. Why? This guy is super smart. He's calm. He's rational. He doesn't act on emotions. And he's very good, believe it or not, at analyzing a situation. This would be the perfect guy you want in charge of the Senate, the Republic, okay? A guy like that would be perfect. Now, if he became, let's say, Spock was force sensitive. All right, let me tell you something here. This guy would be the perfect Jedi. First of all, calm, patient, likes to meditate, does not engage with his emotions. All right, and if he was strong enough for the Force, he would kick Yoda out as the position of the Grandmaster. Yes, I said it. He would be a better Grandmaster than Yoda. Why do I say that? First of all, Vulcans naturally live to be over 200 years old. Oh my God, I'm a nerd. I actually looked at that detail. I am not joking. I actually Googled that detail, and even Google said, "Are you sure you're not a nerd?" All right, for the record, Vulcans usually live between 200 and 250 years old. Yes, I know I sound really nerdish. I just got to mention this little detail. There's been a couple that have lived to 300, and I don't know which ones. I'm not going that far. But needless to say, with his long life normally being over 200 years and being so strong with the Force, yeah, Yoda, sorry, your time's up, you little green football. Adios. The third person I want to pull out from the Star Trek universe into the Star Wars universe is, I have to do this for the guys, is Counselor Deanna Troi. All right, for those of you who don't know, she is the ship's counselor on Star Trek The Next Generation, and for the record, I gotta admit, she is hot. All right, now, first of all, she is an empath. She can read minds and sense emotions. All right, we're gonna put her into the Star Wars universe, okay? This woman here, I'm just going to say it right now, is going to be very powerful. All right, there's no question she's going to be force sensitive. But we're going to look at it as in both ways. All right, if she was, like I say, we're going to say, because there's no question, she is force sensitive. Let's say she goes to the light side. This woman would be perfect for, dealing with Jedi's problems. Because let's face it, Jedi have questions. Sometimes they question their faith. They question their, place in the universe. She would be great at counseling them. All right. She has the knowledge. She can help them work through their issues, get them to refocus on the Force. I can see her easily being a great benefit for every Jedi who has some sort of internal conflict. Now, let's say she doesn't go to the light side. Let's say she goes to the dark side. I'm going to tell you right now, wow, every person, every man in the basically the Star Wars universe, you're dead. You're in danger. She can use her powers to seduce any man, get anything she wants. Basically, she's going to be the female Captain Kirk, is what I'm trying to say to you, if you haven't picked up on what I'm putting down here. But I'm just telling you, she is going to be very dangerous. She doesn't need a lightsaber. She is just going to snap her fingers and just wave her hands and basically say, you want to have sex with me. You will disarm yourself. You will do X, Y, and Z. So I believe if she goes dark side, even Sidious, the Emperor of the Galaxy, for those of you who don't follow Star Wars, the guy who wears the cloak, old man, looks like a shriveled up leather a piece of leather, that guy, he would be in trouble. There is no way even him is going to, it's like, I have to have it. All right. Anyways, let's wrap it up today's video. Okay, so I've just taken 3 characters from the Star Trek universe, put them in the Star Wars universe. Next week, I got 3 characters that I'm going to take from the Star Wars universe, put in the Star Trek universe. So it's going to be interesting to see which 3 I pick because I don't know. I have some tough decisions. But final piece of life lesson for all you Trekkies, guys, nothing wrong with dating, especially with someone who's a human being. So also, if you're going to date a human female, just want to put this out to you before I wrap up today's video. If she's not an uber Trekkie, tone down the Trekkie stuff, If she asks you go to like Star Trek conventions, just say yes. Don't tell her you dress up like your favorite Star Trek character. All right, just say, well, what kind? If she asks, well, do you? And if you say, well, I don't, but here's what you say to her: if I were to go dress up as a character, what character would you think I am? And try not to blow up at her when she says something stupid. All right, my badass boys and badass babes, who's your vixen? And bye bye.